I finally finished Quarterback.
Yeah.
I watched the final 2 episodes last night because the home run derby was terrible. And I was reminded watching the last 2 episodes, like, yes, they fell short of the postseason. And yes, there was immediate fallout from 9-8 and missing the postseason. But during those last 5 weeks, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And during those last 5 weeks, we were starting to feel pretty good about where this may go. And then obviously, all that was played up against the backdrop of the T. Higgins conversation pivoting very, very suddenly. But I'm watching the last 2 episodes last night, and I'm like, I really enjoyed watching that team down the stretch. Yeah. That offense last year was awesome. And for an offseason that has been defined, at least in terms of how we've talked about them, by some reasonably unpleasant things. Like when they stopped playing football last year, I felt like, all right, get 1 or 2 things fixed, and I'm watching that team in late January again this coming season. That can still happen.
Yeah. I don't think that the process of the way that they've done things has been terrible. There's been problems along the way in terms of not supplementing more, whether it be in free agency or you can, obviously have issues with certain draft picks or whatever, but like, I think they're in a good place. They have a chance to have the number 1 offense in football. They have taken a reasonable path to fixing that defense, that one that builds on those last 5 weeks, that builds on what you saw was when they felt like they found a way to connect with young players, which was through this oversimplification and changing back to something just go play. Granted, asterisk on the quarterbacks they went against there, but, it was notably better, and it seemed to bring out a little bit more in a lot of young players that they let play. Let the young guys play. Let them play free and get more out of it. And, if Al Golden comes in and does build on that, that's the construction of a team that is ready to do it, man. And I think that we spend so much time on the other stuff with whatever's going to happen there, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But what remains is enough to be right there in the mix with Baltimore, to be right there in the mix with Kansas City and Buffalo and the other teams that are mentioned in the AFC and anybody in the league because of the momentum and what they have building offensively and the possibilities of what they have on defense. I mean, I was outlining this before. They have 9 top 100 draft picks that are going to be in a significant rotation. And all of them have had struggles at one point in time or the other or whatever. So if Al Golden is able to get a majority of those guys, 5, 6 of those guys to start to live more up to what they have been at times or the potential of those draft picks, I refuse to believe they all are terrible. These were all bad picks.
Right.
I just don't see that.
Right.
If that comes out, that's it. That's what will define this team being really interesting. As much as we spend 90% of the conversation on Hendrickson, Stewart in the front office, what's going to happen with those guys, those 9 guys, is going to be what matters over the course that we watch over camp, over the preseason, and over the early portion of the season to see, if there is a ceiling on this team specifically because of the defense.